Welcome to Wake Up Abundant with Amber. Welcome back to our Overflow to October series. Today is day 8. I'm so excited. Today we're going to talk about something that has always been very near and dear to my heart because of my own experiences. I hope it can help you shift into a higher frequency and into more abundance. Now, first, let's take our 3 deep breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, let it all out. Last one, like a big exhale, like releasing anything that does not serve you, that's just weighing on your heart right now. Inhale. Exhale, release. Intention behind your breath is also so important sometimes to just kind of really guide the energy through of what needs to be let go. So today we're going to talk about being broke and why it's not necessarily about money all the time. I understand the feeling of being broke. I understand the feeling of having to scrape by. I remember many times throughout my life where there were moments I had to choose between like eating now or eating later because I just like didn't have the funds. And that behavior I took with me even when I did have money. That's why what I'm going to talk about today isn't just regarding those who might be tight in their bank accounts, but also those who might not be tight, but might be acting as if things are really tight when they're not necessarily, because we're in this broke mind. I want to start off with this disclaimer of there is no judgment here. Whatever your bank account looks like, whether high or low, like this is a safe space to kind of just like feel into the fears of money and feel into the fears of scarcity, because it's a thing we all go through. It's a reason why we don't take, leaps to get new jobs or be an entrepreneur or give abundantly to people we love or go on vacations, because we feel this energy of stagnation, of being broke. And I understand where the bank account mirrors. And I'll tell you, the times where I've had my bank account at the lowest is the times where I feel at my lowest. And they don't correlate all the time. There's been times where I've technically had low bank account balance, but I feel really, really great. Guess what happens during that time? I manifest incredible trips. I manifest free stays. I manifest people bringing me food. All these other things that are abundant and linked to prosperity that have nothing to do with my account. Because while the account is one way of bringing in prosperity and money, and it's a big way, there are so many other ways money can come into your life and opportunities can come into your life, and you feeling taken care of can come into your life. And I know that it is a lot harder said than done, especially maybe if you have other family members around you that are also very stressed about money. It can be hard for you to stay in this higher vibration, right? But this is your cue to learn to do that. This is your cue to ask yourself, I don't care what my bank account looks like right now. Like, how do I want to feel? Like, how do I want to feel right now? How do I experience overflow right now? Like, what does it feel like to be taken care of? What does it feel like to still dream big dreams, no matter what my bank account looks like? I don't look at my bank account and say, I can't do that because of this, because I'm broke. That will keep you in a cycle of no magic in this world, of constantly being stressed, because there's been plenty of times where I've looked at my account and been like, I have no idea how I'm going to afford this trip, or I have no idea how I'm going to afford rent. Guess what happens? If I stay in a high vibration, things occur. Opportunities come in, money comes in, family members help out. The plane ticket gets really affordable. All of these different things happen in life, and they get to happen to you too. The only time it doesn't happen to us is because we don't allow it to happen to us. And I've talked about this before, which allowing people to support you, allowing opportunities to support you, allow unconventional ways to support you is a great start when you're beginning your abundance journey. Of course, having more money in the bank is a vibe, but I think like learning to feel supported regardless of what's in the bank is the first step to manifesting a lot of money and feeling energetically abundant. So that's what I want you to practice today. Is if you feel broke because of your bank account, or maybe you have a lot of money in your bank account or a decent amount of money in your bank account, but you still feel broke because maybe there's bills that you haven't paid or you have certain goals that you haven't met, step away from that and say, how can I feel abundant today? Truly let yourself experience that. That's your homework for today. And know that you get to experience abundance now. Walk throughout your day saying, I am abundant. I have all the money I need. I have all the opportunities I need. Money and opportunities and support come to me in expected and unexpected ways. Sit with that energy and feel like no matter what happens, you are so going to be taken care of. Everything's going to work out for you in ways that you've never imagined, in the most beautiful aligned ways, that God has your back. Give up the power to something greater and know that you're not doing this alone. You're never doing this alone. You're co-creating all the time. And it's our job to surrender, it's our job to have faith, and it's our job to trust the process and trust the process of our lives and not judge ourselves. So that comes into another play where, like, a lot of times when you feel broke or you look at your bank account, you think that you're a bad person, that you've done something bad. And that's not necessarily the case. But it's the thoughts that you've done something bad, that you're unworthy, that you don't deserve it, that create this energy of not experiencing more, not desiring more, and not experiencing more, and not being a match for more, because you block yourself with that. But you're not a bad person if you're hoarding money. You're not a bad person if you're broke. You're just someone who has energetic blocks. That really is it. And the good news about that is that you can heal those things by small shifts every single day, by listening to this podcast every day and doing the exercises I share in the workbook. There are ways to work around it, and I hope this episode serves you. Know that it's a safe space. I know it's hard out there, but know that it doesn't get to be all the time. You can have moments of abundance and peace and adventure, no matter what your bank account looks like. All right, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Sending lots of love.